All right, this is Tom Ellis with the USA Revolution. I'm out here making the call for this game. It's going to be between the St. Louis Blues and the Kansas City Power. The bad news is Kansas City has no names or numbers, so this is all going to be going from. We'll make up some names as we go. And the St. Louis Blues. It's good to see these two teams out here. I've been talking to a lot of the guys about this. That Kansas City used to be a hub for Australian football at the beginning of this. There was tournaments out here all the time. We played our first nationals in 2002, 2003. I like to tell the story that our first tournament we came out here, we'd never played before, and came out here and at halftime. We had these ladies that coming up from the other team, and they were giving us oranges. And at the end of that game, or at the end of that day, they took our jumpers home and they washed them for us. We came back the next day, and those jumpers were laid out and waiting for us. And we were like, "Wow, this game is awesome! Not only is the game good, but the people are good." And it really stuck around. And and one of those ladies was Will's Mrs., who turns out now is the president of the Western Bulldogs. So 24 years ago, we're out here in '99, and they wanted to grow this game here in the States and did things and made us all feel welcome. So it's really good to see Kansas City back in the central area playing games here. So Wills, if you are listening to this, we cannot thank you guys enough for what you guys did at the beginning of this league to really get things going. Looks like we are trying to figure out. No, I don't have it. Looks like we're trying to find somebody for the scoreboard, maybe? Is that what we're looking for? So the officials have run off of the field, and we are now waiting. That's fine. We'll just keep it rolling. We've got the game that just ended. We've got Austin ended up beating Boston. We are waiting for the score. Denver and New York were playing at the other fields. We're waiting on that score. That was a pretty good showing by Austin. You look at how those guys ended up last year, and they just came out here and they took care of business pretty well. They played really, really well. Boston had their hands full, but I think Boston is going to be coming up here in Division I shortly. I mean, they've got some really good players. All right, looks like the official's coming back out. It looks like we've got the whistle is going. We've got a ball, so we're ready to go. Again, this is Kansas City Power and the St. Louis Blues. Kansas City's in the white. This is their own jumper. It's a new jumper that Barish was talking about. Normally they had hand-me-downs from other clubs, and it's good to see them with their own logos and their own jerseys, and they're back and playing again. St. Louis Blues, they've been around a long time. These two used to play each other all the time, just being 4 hours away from each other. These guys played each other just from 2000 to 2005, 4 or 5 times a year. So it's good to see these guys back out and playing again. Looks like the official is still waiting for the scoreboard. Is that what we're waiting on? Looks like Millsy's ready to go. He's going to call it. Here we go. Looks like St. Louis will be going from my left to right. One of the things you're going to notice in this game from the others is a lot of Americans on this field. A lot of these teams do not have a lot of Aussies. So you're going to see a bit of a different style in the game in this. Raw, athletic, but they're just learning the game. So it's going to be a little bit different. St. Louis has gotten the ball out. Kansas City's back to the middle. Pushing forward right to the middle. A lot of handballs on the ground. Pretty ugly start to the game, but that's to be expected right at the beginning. We'll get some space as we move along. Looks like that was Caleb. Caleb is a great player. He went down to Australia and played #1 for Kansas City. You'll see him around a lot. He'll get a lot of the ball today. Missed the mark there. They've tied it up. It's going to be a ball up. Again, we don't have numbers, names on this. I am completely in the dark on this one. I do know Caleb just because he played for the USA team, so we know him. Wheeling around, trying to get to the back. Some real good aggression from number 6 there with Kansas City to come back and get the ball on the ground. As you notice, it's going to be a bit uglier than the other game. These guys are just picking up the game, but you're going to see a lot of good effort as we go. St. Louis coming out, clearing it. Here we go. The one of the Aussies on the field out there for St. Louis is on the forward line. That's Troy Kirky. It's a nice clearance, big leg down the middle, clearing the ball. Let's see how we go here from 18. Gets pushed off the ball. And like I said, there's Caleb. He's got it. That's probably going to be in the back. Nope, they are not calling it. Caleb clears it. Not a bad effort there to get maybe a point, or is it going to go out on the floor? Oh, hit a post. So that's, did that hit a post? No. Well, we'll see if the umpire calls it. Yeah, it's going to be a throw-in. So that hit the post, so it's not a score. So that'll be a ball up from the sideline. Bit of a ugly throw, but they're playing on. 6, handy little guy. He doesn't know exactly where he wants to go with it yet, but he's getting the ball and really doing the good stuff with it. Ball's bouncing middle. St. Louis has picked it up. Oh, it might be high. I don't know. Nope, they're playing on. Nice clearance. St. Louis going down the middle. Nice little handwork to the middle. We got our first shot on goal, and that looks like that's going to be a point for St. Louis. Not bad at all. Those guys moving the ball through the middle with a couple hands. Again, the newer players, it's good to see them learning all these skills that it takes to play this game. It's a big game of keep away. This is the second game for these guys. It's pretty hot out here, so you're gonna see these guys start to struggle as the time goes. The quarters are right now they're playing 2 halves, but we will see if they're gonna switch that over to quarters in the afternoon just because of the heat index. The wind is blowing a little bit, which is kind of a good thing because it definitely does give you a little bit of cool down here. Looks like we've got St. Louis is going to take a shot at goal. He's probably about 35-40 out. It's a nice shot on goal into the wind. That looks like that might be a goal. Nice. Really good goal from an angle. Played the wind nice, got himself a goal. So that puts them at 1-1-7 to no point, no behind for Kansas City. The wind is blowing a little bit left to right, so that, technically that is the scoring end, so not unexpected to see scores happening down at that end. You can already see the guys are walking back. The pace has slowed down a little bit. Second game of the day. They've still got one more to go today, so this is a fitness test as well as a game. That's good hard play in the middle. Everybody's playing nice and high, keeping themselves off of each other. That's good to see. Again, they're going to call him in the back. Backing up, he's looking for a player. Just get his player come from run through. Oh, there he is. That's a mark. Not exactly what they were looking to do, but that's all right. St. Louis had men in the back. Nice structure for the defense. Kansas City had that shut off, but they could not pick that ball up. 29 for St. Louis is looking good. That's his second shot on goal. I think that's another point. But he's looking good. He's coming out of the middle. He's going right down. Exactly what you want to see. Coming right down the middle, taking shots. Again, we were talking about Wills and his misses on what they did here back in the day. We had 2 different nationals. In 2002, that was a really good national, really good hit out. And then again in 2003, that was when we really started to get numbers showing up for nationals, and it was good to see that we are back here again. There he goes, 24, nice kick down, 28-20. Handy little player. He's got a shot at getting goal. The big boy just pushed him away. Oh, a nice little bounce. I think that was I think that was David Zitko. I think that's him, number 5. I believe that's Zitko, an ex-Revolution player. We haven't seen him in a bit, but he's doing a lot of really good work in St. Louis, keeping the game going out there. Super talented guy, gets around the ball a lot. You'll see him going a lot of ball. Here he is again, taking the mark. Good player. Love to see this. He's rotating the ball out, switching play. Great job, Zitko. Perfect. We were talking about the fields earlier today. These are really good fields. They're nice and flat and true, so you can really play the bounce pretty true on these. So that was a good example of the ball was on the ground in front. He just kept running, waited for the ball to bounce. He got it. That was a great example of that. 15, great job of tackle. You notice how he tackled where he did not just drive the guy into the ground. He wrapped him up and just kind of rolled him a little bit so he didn't face plant him. So that's what made it a good tackle, and now he gets a free kick. That was Caleb spoiling a little bit there. But here we go, the lefty again. I cannot see what his number is, but he's playing really well. I've seen him now a few times where he's coming up. See if we get a look at who that is. We don't have numbers, obviously. Don't know who they are. Number 8. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's gotten a lot of ball today. So here we go. That is a kick in from after a point. So you got to start in the square. And he's kicking. That's a dangerous kick, kicking back to the middle of the field from behind. So not the best of decisions, but they got away with it. Got a good play out of the middle, and 20 should be able to outrun that guy to the ball. We'll see how he goes. There's Zitko again, making a nice clearance, looks for the wing. That's a nice little outlet. Think of it as basketball. This is a fast break. You come out of the back, you look for an outlet, and that's what that just was. It's a lot of good hard play. I love to see that because there's nobody going in there head hunting. It's just really everybody's at the ball. It's really good to see. That's one thing you will see. The Americans might not know the skills as well, but they are not afraid to go in at that ball, so it's good to see. Zitko, another really good play out of Zitko. Love to see that. Trying to get it up to Troy. Troy takes a good long. That was a nice play to defend that. I'm not sure the kid with the headband, but that was excellent defense. And Troy just smothered that. Excellent effort. Again, Zitko's in there fighting. Number 8 again. That's another play for number 8. We'll have to find out who this kid is because he's an American. He is getting a lot of ball. We'll have to find out who that is later. Just pushing the ball forward. That's what they're doing. Zitko's been going pretty hard here for a while, so might be running out a little bit of steam. We'll see. Just looking to set up, slowing the ball down a bit. We're probably about halfway through. Good defense, cutting it off. He was looking for somebody to come through. Nobody's coming. Smart play, just kick it long. All right, what do we got here? It looks like we've gone to the quarters. It looks like we're doing 4 quarters now at this point. So, looks like we'll probably do a 2 to 3 minute half or quarter time, and then we'll come back for the second quarter after this. This is Tom Ellis. All right, looks like we're back for the second quarter. So it looks like the way they're gonna play this, I don't know if we're gonna have a ball up or if we're just gonna give. Let's see what we're doing. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna do a ball up. So we're gonna treat this as a regular quarter. So again, here we go. Starting the second quarter, St. Louis is still going left to right. So we haven't changed that. Good aggression out of the middle there. You know, again, this is their second game, and there's still a lot of good energy out there with these guys. It's good to see. There's 29. Took a good mark. There you go. He's going to back up. He's going to take a shot. Smart. He's got a little bit of wind at his back. Might as well take it. Slow the game down a bit and get another goal in. Right now it is 1-2-8-0. So see if they can add to this score a little bit. A goal really put some pressure on Kansas City. Kansas City's pushed back a little bit. Here it comes. Taking a shot. He's got enough leg, just not accurate. So that's out on the full, I believe. So KC will have a kick in. Again, these guys are just learning how to kick the ball. It's one of the biggest things with the Americans is we just, we never played a lot of sports where we kicked like that. We can catch, we can run, we can do pretty good handballs and stuff, but the kicking part is what's probably the hardest for us. No mark, Zitko, they're going to call it. He's going to give him a ball up. All right, here we go. They're going to call it a ball up. That's some nice play with KC. St. Louis. Nice quick hands out of there. Like that. Player for Kansas City. Nice and smooth out of the back. Looking to switch play. I like this number 8. I'm not sure who he is. I think he's an American. He just made a nice kick to Eric Schultz. I know that guy. And looks like he's going to go back and shoot that goal. There you go. He's got himself another one. So now we are at 2-2. So that would be 14-0. That puts Kansas City in a little bit of a hole. I really like this number 8 kid. We'll be talking to him later today, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's an American. Smooth, really gets around the ball well. Had some nice deliveries, so that looks great. It's promising to see more Americans out here playing the game. These two teams right here, they don't. I'm looking for tape. I do not see any tape on only one player so far. So that means most of these guys are American. That's what we want to see. We're trying to grow this game in the U.S. It's good to see Americans playing. Which also means they're playing out of the middle. Get some good experience there. There is number 11. Nice clearance for him. I believe, I'm not sure which name that is. We saw him at one of the camps, though, I believe. I think he has a soccer background. A good player. Just needs more experience. He's going to have to take a bounce. That's a long run. I believe they called it. After about 15 meters, you've got to take a bounce. You got to give a hand pass. You got to kick it, something. He just kept running. So that caught up to him. It'll be a free kick for St. Louis from that position. You gotta give up the ball after about 15 meters, whether it's a bounce or whatever it is. Okay, he's gonna back up again. Play on with Zitko. Zitko's gonna take a shot, puts it to the middle, and that is number 8, I believe. Coming through. This kid right now for me has got votes for best on ground. He has been all over the place, taking nice marks, and that was right in front of goal. Smart. Just finish it off with a goal. Ooh, and he's lefty. Look at that. There you go. Number 8 playing well today. So now we are at 3-2-20, 2-0. So it's 20-0. Kansas City is struggling at the moment right now to move that ball in the forward line. They've played pretty well defensively. They've made some stops, but they're just not able to get that ball down to the forward line. There's no connection there. Again, the ball up in the middle. 2 rucks going in for a tap. It's good. Number 10, real aggressive kid right there. Another ball up. St. Louis clears it again. That's holding the man. I think Kansas City's going to get that. Yep. Kansas City's free kick. 29 was holding the man. Smart play. That's smart. Just the wind picked that goal, that kick up a little bit. Zitko picks it up and goes. There you go. Nice little bounce. Kicks it to the forward line. Oh, bad luck there. Should have taken that mark. Almost kicking in danger. He pulled his leg back. There's Eric Schultz again. I think, holding the man. No. Ball's on the ground. They're going to call a ball up. Yep, they'll call a ball up. We'll get another bounce right there. Schultz almost had himself a mark there. It would have made an easy goal for him, I think. Good defense by Kansas City. There you go. Clear the ball. Smart. Wheel it out. Use the sideline as your friend. Kansas City's really struggling right now to get that ball from where they're doing good defensively, moving the ball back out, but then they're having that next connection. They've got to get that next connection. If they do that a couple times, things will go a little bit easier for them. So we're probably about halfway through this second quarter, so you'd be about 5 minutes in. Here comes number 8, who's got my vote so far for BOG. Oh, he hits the post. So that is no score. That'll be a kick in for Kansas City. No score. If you hit the post on the outside, that is a no point. There you go. Oh, bad luck. Number 10 goes through. Nice play there, and a nice little pickup. That is a point. Very good. St. Louis is doing a good job of going right at the goals. As soon as they get them, they're going full on, straight towards goals. That's really good stuff. They're having a kick in. They're trying to get these guys figured out where they're going. Oof. Not what we're looking for. Caleb was a nice lead to the outside. And there's Zitko. Ooh, that's a punch, I think. I believe that might be Paul Xavier, number 11. See if he gets a shot on goal. Oop, a little bit to the outside. That might not have enough. That's going to be a point, it looks like. That is a point. Wait for the flag. What are they calling? They're going to call ball in. Sorry. Here we go. So did not make it. They're just calling a ball in. Must have went across the line. Oh, that is not a throw in. Going to need to throw it nice and high, sir. Give him one more chance. There we go. That's better than the last. St. Louis playing back. There it is, number 8 again, taking a shot, wheeling around. That's a goal. Again, number 8, we're going to have to find out who that kid is, but he's playing fantastic. That's another piece. No, not after. Yep. So here we go. That's another goal. That'll be 4-3. Is that correct? 4-3, 27-0. Should be coming up on half here shortly. St. Louis has pretty much taken the game over at this point. We're looking really, really solid for them. I like the way they've got number 10 playing. I like the way number 8 is playing for those guys. Zitko's really got them playing well. Here he is again. Nice little outlet to Zitko as I talk. That's a nice little play to Xavier. Oh, take that mark, Xavier. Here comes Kansas City. This is what they needed to be doing. Push the ball forward. 20 has it. See if he takes this shot. Oh, he just did not bounce right. There you go. Takes a shot at goal. He might have got himself one. Bounce. Yes. Kansas City's on the board. They got themselves a major here right at the end of the second quarter. It looks like we'll probably be almost time. But they got themselves a goal. And it was good. That's what they should have been doing. There's a mismatch down there. If you can get the ball on the ground to number 20, the guy he is on, he should be able to outrun him. And that's what happened right there. So it was a good use of the ball for him. And there we go. All right. We are at halftime of the St. Louis Blues and Kansas City Power. It's Tom Ellis at the Super Regional, and we'll be back in about 10. All right, here we go back to the second half. Kansas City got themselves on the board there at the very end of that, and now the wind has really picked up, so they actually are going to be kicking with the wind, so that could help them a little bit to get back in the game. I think right now, I think St. Louis has got a little bit better of an overall team right now, but Kansas City is out there playing hard and pushing the ball and did exactly what they just needed to do. Let's get the ball right out of the middle, go right down towards the goals. That's going to be a ball up right in front of goal, so that's good. Kansas City come right back out with the tailwind, so we'll see how it goes here. Ball up. Nice tap. Kansas City picked up. There's Caleb waiting for it. Let's see what they do. Oh, calling a tackle. There's Zitko again coming out of the back. I would say Zitko is getting a lot of votes today. Getting chased down by Caleb. 29, a big guy, but he's pretty handy around the ball, getting up and around. So his fitness is looking good. That's one of the things the Americans, as an American playing this game, this is a totally different fitness level than most sports we've ever played. Basketball is probably the only thing that we're close to what that fitness level is. American football, you have to get fit for that, but it's a totally different run. The way I look at this game is, it's like 400 runners. It's like 800 runners that are getting tackled while they're doing their runs. The AFL, those guys in the middle will play. They'll run 10 to 12 miles in a game. It's just a completely different fitness level. So it's good to see these guys come out. Their fitness, a hot day like this, they're doing pretty good. But that's the one thing they can really, really change their game is to learn to get that fitness level. Let's see what they're going to call. That is a point. St. Louis player gave everything he could to get in there and get a touch on that ball. So if the ball is going through, if it's all you got to do is touch it, and even if the ball goes through the middle, it does not count as a goal. So great effort on his part to get down there and touch that. Here comes Zitko kicking out. Number 8 almost got it, cleaned it up. Let's see what they're going to call. Oh, they're going to call free ball. That's Caleb. Great work for Caleb. Longtime player, went to Australia and played. Good player. Put one on the dirt, but he fed it down to the forward line, and here we go, another point. All right, we've got another point for them as well. So now they've got themselves on the board a couple times. We are now at 28-8, so that's 1-3-8 to 4-4-28. What are we doing here? Must have given him a 25. I'm not sure why, but they've given him a 25-meter penalty. Zitko's coming up. He's waiting for the mark. Here we go. He's going to kick in. St. Louis is presenting. Number 10 right here is a good player right here. Oh, nice mark, and he's gone. And a nice feed. That's a really good little play right there from them. Zitko to 10 to 14, all the way down the middle of the field. We'll see if they can finish this off with a score. Number 10 is impressive. We got number 8 for these guys that are super impressive. It's good to see. Nice high kick, hands in the air. Kansas City had first touch. Nice clearance. Oh, number 8 is right where he wanted to be, and he has just put it through for a goal, I believe. Whew, number 8 is tearing it up. Kansas City did a great job. They got the ball. They were under pressure. The ball came to the center of the square. They got it down. They started to run out, and just one bad turnover. Back to number 8's a goal. They had some momentum. That goal really, really shuts that down a little bit. We've got 4 quarters right now. We're into the third quarter. Changing with giving these guys a little bit of a break with the weather. So we've gone to 4 10s instead of 2 20s. Kansas City is winning a lot of the taps out of the middle. It's smart. They're just pushing it down forward. Kansas City has 1 player down there against 3. He did as best he could to get that ball out. And now it's a free-for-all. I think that's probably going to go high. You got him high up there. St. Louis has got the ball back now. Let's see how St. Louis sets up their structure. Number 10 is wide open over here to the side. Caleb sees him. He's going in there. Caleb sneaks in, and just overplays it a bit, but great vision for Caleb to get over there and stop that because 10 had it. Caleb still pushing. Here we go. That's Pete, number 18. He's a good player. I like some of the stuff I've been seeing him today. They're going to call that out. I thought maybe that was on the full, but the call is just out on the bounce, so they're going to be doing a throw in to the middle. Nice tap. It's clearance. Yep, 33's got. Oh, nice. Nice mother on 10. There is number 8 again, feeding down to 16. Or 18. Fantastic. Take your time. You got plenty of time. Looks like that's a point. That was a little bit of self-pressure. I think if he'd just taken a couple more steps, he could have settled and kicked a goal. That's all right. That'll come with experience. These guys are all really new players. I think Zitko's done a great job of teaching these guys. St. Louis is looking pretty good. They have moments of greatness with these guys. It looks really good. There we go. St. Louis is now running, or Kansas City is now trying to get that clearance. They had some good momentum right there. Ooh, they're going to call that in the back. Yeah, they're going to call that in the back. Got to get around a little bit more in the front before he can push down. Nothing terrible. It's just not the right angle he wanted. Ooh, number 8 again for Kansas City. He's been a really good player in the back line. He's been under a ton of pressure. They keep bringing the ball down, but he just keeps going. So number 8's looking good. You can tell that he's fresh, he's new, but his effort is there. 17, I'm not sure who 17 is. Got hammered. It's a good play. Again, the Americans, we might not know how to kick. We might not do some stuff, but the hitting part we've got figured out. Nice defense. Coming back to the ball. That's excellent play for Kansas City. Oh, that's a really nice little handball. Got to get that to him, and that would have been off and running. Nice play to the back. Under pressure, they're going to call tackle. That was a good play. Bad luck on him. He just picked it up, and he had 2 guys on him, so that was tough. 18 again, feeds it down. There it is. Eric, I believe, got that mark. And the Eric's Politz setting up. Was not planning on playing this weekend with a hamstring, but sometimes you get out here and you cannot control yourself and you have to put the boots on. So that's what he's doing. He's lining up the kick. Should be a nice shot on goal. Oh, hits the post. That's a 1. Makes you wonder if that post wasn't leaning so far over, if he actually would have kicked that goal. The wind has done havoc with our posts today. These are definitely not the posts you see in Australia. These are into the ground with a fence post with some PVC over the top, so it's not always the most accurate look. 19 sets up. Everybody's making space. It's a nice little pop up to 10. Just could not get around it. 18, nice little hands off. 10 goes in hard, picks up the ball. I don't know if they're going to get him up. He got him for tackle. Great job for Kansas City stopping ball. Oh, looky there. Number 8's hassling somebody. Can't imagine. He has been all over the place today. Guys are getting tired. This is probably we're coming down to a few more minutes left in this third quarter. You know, the heat is out there. Not a lot of runners with water, so these guys are really starting to, you know, the heat's taking the effect. Number 8 takes another great mark. He's got great hands. Super impressed with this kid. So nice kick down to the forward line. Kansas City knocks that off. It's good part on their play just to try to clear that. They're just not able to get it out of there. Number 10 takes another hard shot. Looks like that's going to be a behind. So another behind. That should put us at 7. So now we are at 5-7-37. Is that right? 5-7-37 to 1-2. Is that 1-2-8? Kansas City's trying to clear it. Nice little attack to the middle. Kansas City's looking. Another connection. Oh, Number 8 cut that off. Oh, there we go. I think that is quarter. So we're at quarter time. We've got 5-7-37 to 1-2-8. This is Tom Ellis with the US Revolution watching two mostly American teams play. It's good to see them back. We'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, we're back for the fourth quarter. This has been a pretty good game for St. Louis. Those guys, they've got some real good talent out there. Kansas City, you can tell they're really new. They're really fresh. So want to make sure that these guys keep playing. More games, the better they'll get. So it's good to see them back out here. They got their own uniforms. They're at home. You know, this thing can really start to grow over the next few years, I hope. It's good to see KC back. St. Louis, again, a lot of Americans, a lot of brand new Americans I've never seen. So it's exciting that some of these guys look like they're playing really well. We're going to be going. Kansas City still has the win. They're going left to right. This is the fourth quarter right now. We should still be 37-8, I believe, is where we're at this point. Kansas City's been doing a great job of just hammering that ball from the forward line. Oh, just a bad bounce for 18. That's just bad luck there. Number 10 has come all the way back from the middle to get it going, and he's kicked to number 8. And number 8 gets the ball and keeps going. Are they calling? No, they're still in. Down to 29. Again, 10 and 8 connected a little bit there, getting the ball out of that back line after Kansas City had started hot, moving it right down. Didn't get a shot on goal, and now Kansas City, or St. Louis is moving down, trying to take some shots on goal. Looks like that is out on the full. Are they calling that out on the full? Nope, ball in. They will have a ball in. Oh, that is not a great throw in. They're going to play on. On those throw-ins, the ball should be coming up nice and high, about 15 to 20 meters in. That was not, but that's what it should look like. Kansas City is off and running. Took a bounce. That's a great little play from him. That's nice. Kept on running. 24 is trying to clear it, but number 8 has slowed him down a bit. Followed up by number 10, and Eric Stoltz takes another mark. Eric's always been a good hands player. He's got great hands. He will line it up. We'll see how his leg is feeling. Again, like I said, he was planning on not playing this weekend, but numbers, they were a little bit short on numbers, so he went ahead and put it on and played down the forward line. Nice shot on goal. Wind's pushing it a little bit. Looks like we're going to go point. So now that puts us at 5-8-38 to 1-2-8. St. Louis pretty much wrapped this game up. I am not sure what their first game, if they won or lost. There's number 8 again, but they've got this game pretty much wrapped up. Number 8 took that mark. He's backing up. Thought he was going to play on. They're backing up the man on the mark. A little bit of wind in his face, but he's giving it a shot with his left. Ooh, number 18. Nice little chance for Mark there. They pulled the ball back in, and that's a point. That's another behind. Now we are at 9, so that puts us at 5-9-39 to 1-2-8. So St. Louis is pretty good control of this. If they turn, you know, just a couple of those behinds into a goal, it's a, you know, even bigger blowout. There's Zitko. Nice little give and go. Want to get that centered up a little bit more, but Zitko's playing fantastic. You know, St. Louis is, you know, really should be thanking Zitko for keeping that thing going. He's doing a really good job. He's playing great, but he's also doing the right things, getting recruits and getting guys playing. You know, you got a lot of guys that came out here to play this weekend, so good on him to keep that thing rolling. You know, there's a lot of St. Louis Blues out there that you know, Dan Sarbacker and Bluey and some of those other guys from the day, Darryl, that were great players for St. Louis. So, you know, they had a lot of Americans on those USA teams back in the day, and it's good to see that Zitko's kept it going. Trying to see what we're doing now. Okay, we're playing on. Little pressure there. Oh, little drop. Got to take that mark. They're going to call a ball up there. Number 8 had that. He should have taken that mark and been on, but that's all right. They'll learn. New to the game, they'll start getting calmer with it, getting used to the shape of the ball and the flight of the ball. It's one of the things you'll notice with Americans. We always overrun that ball when we first start. We think it's going to drop, and it just keeps floating. And we run up and under, and it goes flying over our head. Here's Caleb coming up to the sideline. Again, great player for a long time in the league. Starting to get to that age where things slow down a little bit. I think he's pushing 36. Still a really good player at this level. They're going to call him in the head. Yeah. Call him in the head. That's okay, though. Caleb's got him. He's going to go. I think Caleb's going to run on. Take a bounce. You can see the skills that Caleb still has. He's just capes going. He's going to take a shot on goal. Oh, that's just too bad. And number 8 is got down there, and he's trying to clear it. There's a couple quick hands. Just get the ball in the boot. That looks like that's going to be a throw-in. That was great. Great play by Caleb. I think he would probably like to have that back shot at goal. He was trying to pass over to his one, so not the best of throw-ins, but they're going to play on. St. Louis is doing a good job with the – oh, that's going to be high. They're playing on. That's a nice tackle there by Xavier, I think. That was number 11, who I think is Xavier. Oh, that's a nice little pickup. That ball was super good to him. Here's number 7. There's another play for 33. Great effort. He takes a bounce and kicks. I love that effort, but right to a player. Front and center, 11 got to it. Get the foot. Oh, too late. Get your foot on the ball. Take a shot on goals. Looks like that's going to be maybe a behind, or did he go out on the full? That's a 1. He got himself a point, so that takes them to 139 to 5:10:40. We're probably about halfway through this last quarter. These guys just, at this point, they know the game is wrapped up. Both teams just want to get through this. They know they've had one more game left. Get out of the sun. Get some water in. You try to get energy. No, you got to get out of that one more game. There comes Zitko down the line. Kicking to 8. 8 and 35 have been going pretty good at this. But 8 out has got to the ball. Lefty right to KC. I think earlier in the game you would have seen 8 go more with that. I think he's getting tired, so he ended up going the boot. Looks like Kansas City has that. That might have been high. Kansas City clearing over to Caleb. Nice play for Caleb. He gets over there. He's looking around. Kicks it to the middle. Looks like connect with that. Nice play. Another connection. Keep playing on. Oh, there's Zitko getting the bounce. Picks it up. He's looking long. Oop, gave up the handball. Back to 19. Zitko picks it up again. Goes back to 10. 10 just needs to pick the ball up and go. 33 again. He's a handy little player. He picks up the ball. He'll go. He's not going to wait around. That's him. That's a good play. I like to see that. 11 takes one around the body with his left. Just couldn't hook it around. That's going to be a throw-in. Tried to get the ball towards the goal. Just couldn't get it going with his left to pull the ball around. Coming at the end. This will be the end of this game. Next game coming up is going to be, I believe, the Denver women versus the New York women. That'll be a really good game for the women's squads. Right now, it looks like the 2 top teams in that one division is going to be Denver and Austin. They both won those games easily. Denver blew out New York. Austin blew out Boston. They will play later in the day, but next they'll both play Boston. Denver will play Boston, and Austin will play up against New York, I believe, next. Expect those two teams to win those games, and then the last game of the day will be ultimately will be the grand final, I think, between Denver and Austin, which was the grand final last year at the Nationals. So nothing unexpected there. You know, this location is not bad for Denver. It's a drive. It's probably like an 8-hour drive. For Austin, it's probably a little bit longer, but teams can drive to these games. So it makes travel a little less expensive. So, you know, usually you get a lot of guys out to this. Nice play by number 8. Just got himself a little cutoff, and now he's going to give himself a shot at goal. Into the wind, and he is out on the full. Good player. Really, really excited to see number 8, see number 10, number 18. Talk to number 33. We'll talk to number 8 for Kansas City. You know, get some of these young guys coming out. Get them on the reserve squads for the USA team so that we can keep developing them as we move forward to what is hopefully the next International Cup in 2024. Waiting for the AFL to pull that trigger. Come on, AFL, pull that trigger. Caleb playing again. You can just tell Caleb he's calm. He's got a lot of play. It's a bit of a dangerous kick going back to the middle of the field, 2-on-1, but they got away with it on this one. I think everybody's struggling right now with their legs. And there we have it. That is the end of the game. Final score would have been 5-10-40 to 139. KC loses at home. It's good to see them back in the competition, you know, as their own team. So really excited for them. Congrats to St. Louis. This is Tom Ellis at the Super Regional. Excited to be back in Kansas City. Wills, if you're out there listening, go and thank your missus for us. She kept us in this game. All right, thanks.